Frank Dully, class of 1985. Frank Dully has made his mark on the game of golf almost from the minute he teed it up for Fairfield Prep Athletic Hall of Fame coach Roger Ratchford. The Bridgeport native was a four-year standout from 1981 to 1985, with the Jesuits winning Class L state championships in 1983 and 1985. Dully served as team captain in 1985, was a three-time All-MDAC performer from 1983 to 1985, made the CIAC Division I All-State team, and was named to the CSGA Junior Ryder Cup team, also in 1985. Dully played collegiately at Holy Cross, where he made the All-District New England team in 1988 and 1989. He also won the New England Division I NCAA title, as well as the Dartmouth Invitational in 1989, and was team captain of the Crusaders his senior year. After graduation, Dully turned pro and has been a standout club professional ever since. He won the 2006 New England PGA Championship with a record score of 14 under par. Dully is also the youngest player to be enshrined in the PGA of America New England Hall of Fame, inducted in 2023 at the age of 56. Dully and his brothers Bob, class of 1978, and Bill, class of 1981, have served as title sponsors of the Fairfield Prep Alumni Golf Tournament for the past 4 years.
Good evening. My name is Bill Dully, Fairfield Prep class of 81. I'm the middle son of Robert and Mary Dully. My brother Bob is class of 78, and my brother Frankie, who we're here to honor, is class of 86. Frankie had two things as the youngest son in the family. Frankie was very disciplined. Started playing golf at 4 years old. He started carrying his own bag by the time he was 10, and he would show up on the golf course in the classroom without being told. The other thing that Frankie was very quiet. Frankie didn't have to tell you what he was working on. He was the kind of guy and golfer that would go out and shoot par 3 and 4 nights in a row, win the championship, and then talk about how important his caddy was to finishing that round. Fairfield Prep runs deep in the Dully family's history. You know, one of the things that Prep taught you was not only to be a man for others, but instilled a very serious work ethic in everything that you did. And I think that was the platform for Frank, where he then went to Holy Cross and then on to a PGA of American national champion and into the New England PGA Hall of Fame. It started here at Fairfield Prep with those messages. It's quite an honor for my brother to be getting into the Fairfield Prep Hall of Fame, but he got there because of the players that he played with. They forced him to be better, and that team won many state championships. My strongest memory of Frank and his golf game in Fairfield Prep and Fairfield Prep Athletics was when he was a junior. I wasn't even aware of what a good golfer he was growing up, to tell you the truth. I golfed with him as a kid. He was beating me. I was 11 and he was 5, so I threw the clubs in the swamps in front of Katharine Hepburn's house at Fenwick, and he went on to continue golfing, and I didn't even realize how good he was. So I was at Fairfield University, and Frankie was in the Connecticut Amateur Open at 16 years old. He was a junior. In the final day, my brother was in a playoff at 16 years old against a 42-year-old professional golfer, lost by a stroke. But that's when I first realized that Fairfield Prep was really shaping not just an athlete and a golfer, but a young man and a person that's going to make a difference in the world. I would describe my brother as someone that is dedicated to his family first. Him and his son won the Massachusetts father-son tournament, first time in PGA of America history a year ago. Second, he loves the game of golf. He's figured out a way to take not just the game, but the event and the people that he interacts with and build communities. He's done it in Massachusetts and he's done it down in Florida. Did it in South Africa when he played on the South African tour. And in 2008, he teed off with Tiger Woods in the Deutsche Bank Classic. It was quite a moment for the family, for him, and for Fairfield Prep. He was enshrined in the New England PGA of America Hall of Fame last year, and that record still stands the test of time. It is now my honor to present my brother, Frank Edward Dully II, into enshrinement to the Fairfield Prep Class of 2025 Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Frank Dully from the class of 1985.
Obviously, this is quite an honor. I want to thank the committee and the president of Fairfield Prep for this honor and being up here tonight. Fairfield Prep was where I first heard the term "a man for others." It was Father Levins asking us to write a reflection paper. What did we think it meant? The moment the pen hit the paper, I always strived to be a man for others. Throughout my career in golf, there were always players that were better than me. At Prep, there's PGA golf professionals at the table behind me that were better than me. Tommy Rosati, Dave Renzulli, Mike Martin, who's not here. I grew comfortable in my role as a strong contributor to the team. After all, I was being a man for others, watching, supporting, and encouraging any way I could for their successes. As my golf game physically got better, I improved, and I had chances to win, but I would always seem to come up short. I had amateur finishes of runner-ups in the Connecticut Amateur, the Francis Ouimet. I finished runner-up in the Mass Open, New Hampshire Open. I finished runner-up 5 times in the New England PGA Championship before I finally won it. I had the game, but something was missing. To me, I identified being a winner as somebody who was selfish, arrogant, alone, and other adjectives that I really can't say tonight. I struggled. How can you be a man for others and win? It didn't make sense to me until a seminal moment in my life that changed everything. I was playing in a Pro-Am at Kiowa with my father, my brother Bob, and my brother Bill, who are here tonight. I was playing great for the first 3 rounds. It was the National Club Pro Championship, so it was a big event, a lot of players from across the country. I was in that familiar position. I was in the lead with one round to go. At dinner, I was talking to my brother Bill about my past failures and how I hadn't been able to come up with the victory when I needed it. He said, "Frank, when you do realize when you win, we all win." I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? When you win, we all win? So if I win, Mom and Dad win. Fairfield Prep wins. Holy Cross wins. Kernwood, where I've been head golf professional for 33 years, wins. Isn't that the definition of a man for others? I never made that connection at all. That the people and institutions in your life will share in the glory of winning. This is not selfish or arrogant. I can win and be a man for others. Armed with this new philosophy, I end up going on to winning more than I ever thought I could. It led to my election into the New England PGA Hall of Fame, and tonight I am blessed to stand here at Fairfield Prep and being inducted into the Fairfield Prep Athletic Hall of Fame. I'm thankful for my mom, who spent years driving me to tournaments up and down the East Coast. Thankful to my father, who said, "Keep your eye on the ball and slow on the backswing," which is a mantra I still use today. To my brothers and sisters, my wife Jennifer, daughter Megan, and Sean, who, by the way, will be playing in the Mass Open with me once again next week in 2 weeks. To my teammates who are here tonight and who pushed me to be better because they were always better than me. To to Fairfield Prep, who taught me to question. To Holy Cross, who provided me with answers. To Kernwood Country Club, who taught me to serve for the last 33 years as their golf professional. To God, who always stands by me. Tonight, my election into the Fairfield Prep is a win shared by all of those who supported and sacrificed for me. I am humbled and grateful for this amazing honor. Thank you.